Every single thing that you experience in your life is the direct result of the vibrational relationship you have with it. For example, you have a vibrational relationship between you and money. You have a vibrational relationship between where you live. You have a vibrational relationship between the person you spend most of your time with. You've got a vibrational relationship between food. Everything that you experience in this physical reality and the way that we navigate it here is a direct result of your vibrational relationship. And that's why in this video, I'm really excited to share with you that the best way to improve the quality of your life is actually to improve the vibrational relationship you have between the area of your life that is your target for transforming. So I'm going to share with you very simply how you can do that. Before we get started though, I want to show you this really cool view of where I'm at right now. I'm basically at the top of Sedona, right where it splits into Flagstaff. And I just thought that this was too good of a view to not intentionally spend a second to show you guys. You see how crazy cool this is? Super, super awesome. And just for some context, that's Ruby over there with lightning and with spring. She's just vibing out. I'm zooming in, Ruby. Say hello. Yeah. She says hello. She says hello. So, like I said, everything that you're experiencing in your life is seriously, it's coming from the vibrational relationship. So I wanted to just immediately jump in and show you exactly what I'm talking about. Let's say you're in a relationship just like I am. Let's say you're a significant other. And let's say that there's certain aspects of the relationship that you don't really quite enjoy, that you think could be a little bit more, in alignment. Maybe you'd like the relationship to be better, to be happier between you guys, to have more joy, to have more fun, to have more communication, to have more appreciation, whatever it is. Well, realize this. You know how when you first get into a relationship, they call it that honeymoon phase? And they talk about it like this, and I'm sure everyone here can relate to this. When you first get into a relationship, you're always really excited. You want it to go really well. So in the beginning of a relationship, people do this thing where they don't look at anything about the other person that they don't like, and they intentionally look at all the stuff that they do like. So this is what they call the honeymoon phase, where you're just like so in love with each other, you're unwilling to recognize anything that doesn't match you having the perfect partner. Everybody wants to tell themselves the story in the beginning of a relationship that this is my soulmate. I found my person. Now, here's the thing. That's in alignment with your source. That's how your source feels about everything. Your source, who you really are, feels that everything is absolutely incredible and absolutely amazing. So here's the real trick to understand that I've learned, and it blew my mind. You want to know why you feel really good in the beginning of a relationship? It's not because the other person is making you feel good. It's not because of the harmony you feel with the other person. It's because of the harmony you've unlocked within yourself. To have harmony within yourself is to see things the way source sees it. That's how you're in alignment with who you are. That's what feels really good and amazing. And that's what makes the vibe so incredible in your life. It's that simple. The reason you feel good isn't because of the other person. It's because you're choosing to see all the goodness and things that you appreciate about life. And you're using that person as leverage to give yourself permission to do so. So here's the trick. When you are in alignment with your source, you are allowing the infinite stream of the universe and abundance and power to flow through you into everything. That's why in the beginning of a relationship, and this is just the example I'm using, by the way, this applies to other areas I'm going to give you direct examples of as well. But the idea to understand is when you have the beginning of a relationship and it's going so amazing, you notice how all the areas of your life are uplifted. Everyone in the grocery store is excited to see you and smiling and pumped and happy. The birds are singing and they're singing for you. Work just is going better and better. The relationship between your friends and your family, everything improves. And the reason for this is because you are in harmony within your inner being. You are in alignment with yourself. That's the real secret of how you improve the vibrational relationship between you and everything in your life. It's to be in the honeymoon phase. It's that simple. It's to be in the honeymoon phase, just like in a relationship, where you choose to see all the goodness that's around you. You choose to be in a state of appreciation. You choose to look for the good in everything, because that is exactly what your source is doing. Are there things going on in the world that aren't the best? Absolutely. Those things are valid. It's true that that's happening. But your source does not go there. Your source does not look at those horrible things that are happening. And if source does look at them, they don't see it the way that you do. Your source doesn't look at problems in the world and say, that's a problem, that needs to change. Your source sees it and appreciates the incredible contrast and expansiveness and the individuality and the diversity that takes place in our world. That there can be so many different people with different opinions. The fact that you can even experience any kind of pain or trauma or problems is a gift. That's how source sees it. So when you're able to see the good, even in the bad, you have just improved one of the most important vibrational relationships you can. The vibrational relationship between you and you and your source. So here's the deal. Let's look at the relationship example. Because the truth is, when you improve one vibrational relationship, it creates a ripple effect and affects every relationship in your life. Just like the example I said about when you first start dating someone. So let's go ahead and say you've been in a relationship for a long time. Ruby and I have been together for 2 years? Yeah, like 2 years, she says. Now, we've been together for 2 years. Now, I remember in the beginning, it was sunshine, rainbows, butterflies, and that's all it was. And then we moved in together and we lived in a van and we traveled in a van. And to be perfectly honest with you guys, imagine living with somebody in a small space like a van while traveling around the world, constantly at different stops, all these different places, constantly camping, and you're that close to each other. Well, what's interesting is there were certain things that I started to pick up on and notice about our relationship and about Ruby that I didn't like. But what ended up happening was as I focused on those things, like an interesting example, I know she won't mind me sharing this with you guys because this is really to your benefit to really understand. And Ruby's all about that too. So let's go ahead and say an example. Let's say that Ruby wasn't the most organized and was putting things in the wrong places in the van and that agitated me. Well, the more I looked at it, the more I looked at how she wasn't as organized as me, the more I walked around and thought about it on my hikes, that it annoyed me, the more I started to look at it. The interesting thing is the more trash and things started showing up in different areas in the van, the more unorganized it got. And because I was looking at that, it also created a discord between us in our relationship about the goodness and the quality that we felt between sharing each other's company. We started to find ourselves more angry, more agitated. And what's interesting is that started to affect other areas of our lives too. Financial, career, other relationships. So here's the thing. The vibration you're putting out is ripple affecting every single thing in your reality. It reaches out and touches everything. And I want to let you know something I've learned. When I spent so much time looking about what I didn't like over there, more and more came and more dissatisfaction came into my life in all the areas. And I really disconnected myself from my power. But the moment I just accepted and appreciated some of those things and I stopped looking at them as a problem and I went back to looking at the things I really do like. I really like the way she's so beautiful. Like, just seriously, she's so gorgeous. My heart just melts every time. I'm like, holy shit, I am so lucky. When I really look at, I love the way that we communicate and the conversations we have on our hikes. I like that so much. I love it. I love that she plays cards with me and croquet and that she'll sit down and play a video game. And I love that we like the same music and watch the movies. I like that she wants to travel. I like that she loves me and is with me even when I'm being an agitated doofus. So when you start looking at those things, you'll immediately start feeling better and you'll feel this energy start to move through you. Now, remember that what you're feeling is not something you're feeling because of the other person or because of that external situation you're looking at. It's because you are aligning with yourself. It's because being in alignment has a lot to do with appreciating the fact that you're here and seeing the incredibleness of the experience all around you. So let's go ahead and take a look at another subject that I know a lot of people can relate to. Let's go ahead and say that your vibrational relationship between money is something like this. Money doesn't grow on trees. You've got to sacrifice your time and energy to make money. Making money means choosing to get up in the morning and do something that I don't want to do because that's what making money takes. Money is something that it comes and it goes. And sometimes I have it and sometimes I'm really down and out. And it's something that I don't quite understand why other people get to have so much when so many of us get to have so little. It just doesn't seem fair. So let's go ahead and say that's your vibrational relationship between money. Well, understand that that relationship that you have is the exact reason why that's what you're experiencing. That's why you experience it to be difficult making money. That's why it happens that way. because you're not in alignment with your power. Here's the truth. You are an extremely powerful being, and that source energy is constantly emanating from within you. You are here as a physical being, but you are simultaneously an energetic being. You came here to be both simultaneously. That you did on purpose. Now, when you align your physical being with your energy being, you are in an incredible state of power because you're able to bring all that powerful energy into your physical experience. But when you hold yourself separate from your energetic being and you push really hard in life and you think you have to work really hard and fight really hard to get things to happen, you're separating yourself from your energetic being because your energetic being does not see it that way. Your energetic being knows that it's easy to be here, that it feels good to be here, and that everything that you want is coming to you instantly, and it doesn't take any work or effort because that's how powerful you are. That's how malleable this dream reality truly is. So understand something. When you choose to see something as hard or you choose to look at something negatively, your inner being, your energetic part of yourself, does not come and join you in your negativity. They won't. Source will never join you in your negativity. Never. They will never do that. But when you join your source in their positivity, in the exuberance that they have for life, in the expansive, always incredibly expanding abundance and goodness and everything, when you choose to join your source in that perspective, then you're in alignment with your power. Because source will not come to you in the lower vibration you might be holding. Source is constantly holding the high vibration. They're constantly holding that space for you. You have to make the choice on the physical level and the individual level to turn your wheel towards source and align with it. That's your choice. So that was a little bit of a divert from the topic at hand. So let's zoom back in. The vibrational relationship between money. How can you improve the vibrational relationship between money? You've got to let source come through you. And that what you've got to understand is that you don't actually have to focus on the subject of money to make more money. All you have to do is be in alignment with source. Because here's the truth. Source is like an infinite fountain of power. And imagine that you here in this physical reality, there's multiple pipes coming to you, bringing that source energy to and through you. But understand this. There's a pipe for relationships. There's a pipe for money. There's a pipe for weather. There's a pipe for happiness. And what's happening is that you have certain pipes that are fully unclogged and are fully letting the source flow through. For example, you might identify as being a very attractive person that everybody sees as attractive, and you get more beautiful and more beautiful every single day. This is a vibration that I have and that I experience in my life. So I'm using this as an example because I can be real with you about it. That's an open pipe. That's in alignment with my source. My source knows how beautiful I am and that I'm becoming even more beautiful and expanded every single day. So that pipe is fully unclogged. But my pipe that is giving me the money abundance, I might have shoved a bunch of wipes and sticks and gunk in that pipe because I'm saying I can't have an infinite flow of money because I have to work hard to get it. So I'm shutting off the valve. I'm clogging the pipe. With my own beliefs, with my own limiting ideas, I'm clogging the pipe. So understand this. How do you unclog a pipe that you are blocking? Because if you're not experiencing health, the health pipe is clogged. You've clogged it with your beliefs and ideas. If you're not experiencing happiness, you've clogged the happiness pipe. You're not experiencing financial wealth, you've clogged it. It's that simple. Source is giving you an infinite stream flow of everything that is good and well in your life. It is only you in the physical place that you pick up these ideas that basically cause you turn off the valve. You say, no, I can't make a bunch of money today because I didn't work really hard and bust my ass for somebody else. And then when you go to work and you work all day, you come home and you open the pipe just a tiny bit, you let a little bit of water out and you say, I did what it takes. And then you close it. You say, that's all I can have today. That's all I get. I'll work hard again tomorrow and I'll let myself have a little bit more. So the way that you unclog the money pipe, here's one of the biggest misunderstandings. There's this thing called shadow work, which I'm going to shine some light on. And I want to let you know that if you do shadow work, that if shadow work is something that feels good to you, or it's yielded you great results in your life, that is awesome. You are absolutely valid and correct that shadow work is something really good to do. I'm just going to use it as an example for anybody who's ready to step on a different platform than the platform you might be standing on, which are all equally valid, all equally incredible of an experience to be having here on planet Earth. Okay? There's no right or wrong, there's no better or worse. There's only you and what resonates with you. So understand this, shadow work, the idea that by staring at the clogged pipe of money, let's stay on the money example to keep it clear for you, by staring at the pipe that's totally clogged, by really staring at it and focusing on all the clogged that it is, you're vibrationally emphasizing to reality that that pipe is clogged. You're not helping anything. You're actually staying there, holding the flow off from coming to you. At a certain point, what ends up happening for people who do shadow work that I see pretty clearly, this is all about law of attraction, eventually they've stared at the clogged pipe that brings them negativity and problems enough that they finally say, I've had enough pain and suffering. I'm going to move towards something else now. And so it comes. So it's not really the shadow work that's helping you. It's that single moment where you decide, I'm not going to keep choosing that anymore. So whatever it takes for you to decide that you're not going to choose that pain and suffering anymore is totally valid. But for me, what I've discovered that I like the best and feels the most powerful, and I'm just freaking killing it at life because of this, it's simple. If the money pipe is clogged, don't stare at the clogged money pipe. You didn't come here to be a plumber. You didn't come here to work super hard to let go of all those limiting beliefs. That's not your job. Your job is easy. Your job is to understand the law of attraction, and your inner being totally understood it when they came into this reality. Very clearly they did. It's this simple. When you stop looking at the clogged pipe and you look at a pipe that's fully unclogged, so instead of looking at the clogged money issues, you look at the pipe of how attractive you are and how much appreciative you are of that. You tune yourself to abundance when you do that. And here's the thing about Source. Here's the thing about who you really are. They are so freaking powerful and love you so much that they will unclog the money pipe for you. You don't even have to pay attention to it. Your job is to pay attention to the areas of your life that do feel really good. Because as you do that, you align yourself with your source. And while you are aligned with your source, that energy and power comes through you and it ripples through your reality and it heals all of the areas of it. All of them. I have had so many pipes unclog themselves without me doing anything except focusing on feeling good and focusing on the things which I do like about my life. It's that simple. It's not your job to unclog the pipe. Source will do that for you. And while you sit there and you stare at the clogged pipe, you're holding it in that place. You're the one that's built a dam and is blocking Source from healing that for you. So stop staring at it and just turn your attention towards the areas that are a perfect flow. Oh, I have sunny days every single day here without even having to think about it. I love it. It's so perfect. I love the way it feels so warm. I have an abundance of the sun. I know what that feels like. And even on a cloudy day, I know that the sun is behind the clouds. Abundance. It is always here. Your attention is what creates abundance. What you're focused on is what you get an abundance of. So if you focus on, I really like this, you get an abundance of things that you like. If you focus on, I don't like this, you get an abundance of things that you don't like. Your life is an infinite garden, my friend. Infinite. All plants grow here. All of them. Can't even imagine how many plants can grow in this space. Truly, you're that unlimited and expansive. Your attention is akin to you walking out in the morning and watering plants. So when you walk up to a weed that bothers you and you think that by staring at it, you're pulling the weed out, you're wrong. You're watering it because your attention is the water in this analogy, in this metaphor. So when you walk out into your garden in the morning, walk towards the plants that you do like and look at those, because you do not solve problems by giving problems your attention. You solve problems by aligning with the power that you are, and then you're a vibrational resonance for the solution to come to you. You see, it's all about vibration. And your vibrational relationship between the things that you experience in your life is literally everything. Now let's look at the most important vibrational relationship of all. Your vibrational relationship between you and yourself. Seriously, if you can master that relationship, if you can really expand positivity in that area, you will experience your entire life being the most beautiful orchestration of always being at the right place at the right time. And if you want to learn exactly how I did that, step by step, all of these understandings that will totally transform your life, I cannot recommend you checking out the Unlock Your Highest Vibrational class tagged below. I've got it right underneath the description of this video. So there's so much that you can do to start moving in the direction of incredible experiences in your life. And I want to let you know that it all starts with you right here, right now in this moment. Are you willing to stop beating the drum of what you don't want? Are you willing to stop sitting there staring at the things you dislike about your life? Are you willing to stand up and move towards amazingness and incredibleness? And are you ready to allow that to expand? That class is for you. I'm telling you. The things I have heard people say from having had taken this class bring me so much joy to know that I was here and I was a part of creating that. So, thank you so much. I'll see you all for the next video, which posts every other day. Much love to you.